Oh, Chernobyl was bad. Now you're telling me I've got to spend the rest of my life in the Red Forest? Darkwood is a top-down, moody, and quite scary survival horror game presenting itself somewhere on the fringe of crafting and building mechanics, but really employs good use of exploration coupled with discovery. Take on the role of an unnamed and severely fucked up looking survivor of some sort who has to escape a madman's house locked away in the woods, only to escape into a hellscape where the forestry is literally eating up the land, mutanic monsters roam the outdoors, and where the trees grow so heavily and rapidly that there is literally no available exit anymore. The protagonist is locked inside this place. Armed with next to nothing, he discovers an abandoned cottage, takes residence, and tries to begin his mission to recover a stolen key, which supposedly leads to a way out of here. Explore by day, survive by night is the call of order. Whilst on the surface this game may seem more oriented towards building stuff and hiding away, it's directly the opposite, as you must make good use of the precious seconds you can afford during daytime to progress the story, as things only get harder and harder with each passing day. Things obviously don't seem and work like they should. Random assortments of mudmen cultists, ravenous dogs, and giant fungi. A talking wolf packing an AK on his back, and he's one of the more civilized folk around here. Progress is divided up by small objectives, typically labeled on your map, all coordinating into one larger mission. 3 zones are yours to explore, moving from one to the next and then once more. Other things lay hidden here and there though, and discovering it will better your position. Most of the time. Oddities arrive in quick order, like the dancing bride, a disgusting kid playing a violin, and an old lady literally turning into a mushroom. Speaking of mushrooms, they give you superpowers. 360 degrees of total vision, regenerate vitality by tapping into electricity, kill better, harder. They have some drawbacks, however. Every new tier of power you toke up into, you lose some degree of in another aspect, as well as accompanying hallucinations and vivid dreams. Disregarding the fungal soup you inject yourself with, crafting is big. Upgrading your workbench gives you better hardware to work with. The different levels are very noticeable and riveting to reach, from lowly cudgels and nasty bandages, reaching something like single-shot pistols, all the way to military surplus gear. Vision plays a key role, if not obvious enough, but with little more than torches and bad flashlights, exploring even during the day will still become a risky and blinding endeavor. It's played with even more, such as viewing the world in a different perspective when you're not actually observing it. This game wastes no space on the screen at any time. Coupling all the knowledge and skills you have, venturing out and discovering new locations, new people, new problems. Your journey will be interesting to say the least. The pacing of the game is near perfect. There's almost never a moment you feel was wasted that wasn't your own fault. Your goals are actually quite clear despite the mystery surrounding everything in this world. The atmosphere and aesthetic is beyond godly appropriate for this. The ambience mixing in with the almost sketch black and white art style, the advancement of difficulty signifying the corruption of the area you're inhabiting, and the personal decisions you make along the road really determining your demeanor for it all. Darkwood takes a checkmark on almost all fronts. And if you need the key moment where all this clicks, just wait for your next day to come in. That's the single moment that should sell you. When nighttime first comes, should solidify your interest in the game. If by the time you finish your first and second day and you're still not having fun, then just abort. You won't enjoy the rest. Roam by day, cry by night, survive with light. The woods are dark.